Welcome back to our coverage here at StreamTV Show in Denver, and I'm very happy to be joined by G from Globecast. G, thanks for coming in and talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the transition we're seeing now. Of course, thinking back in our sector, we went from analog to digital, SD to HD, and now we're moving from streaming to hybrid cloud workflows. What's different now?
I think going back to broadcast and traditional cable programmers, the technology shifts happen in our industry usually about every 10 years. And you can go back and look over the last 30 years and each one of the examples you just cited. There was time for the content providers, the vendors, the industry to plan and prepare for each one of those shifts. And generally, they were driven by not just technology capabilities, but they were driven by business decisions as well. So there's a very clear path. I think what's happening now, there's so many layers of change that are happening all the time, completely. You mentioned the introduction of cloud, which is now a decade old, of distributing video over the cloud with video workflows. So fairly mature at this point. But the content creators that are now not just disrupting, but sort of redefining, I think, the future, all the mergers and acquisitions that are going on. So it's not just technology shifts that are going on right now, and allowing capabilities of distribution to evolve, but the business, I think the business aspect of it is evolving very quickly, and the industry is having to keep up pace and adjust.
Yeah, so to that point, right, about the evolution that you're seeing, what do you think the next generation of operations will look like then, maybe in over the next 5 years?
It's interesting. I think operational excellence is really the North Star for the operation teams. A lot of that comes down to the people, but the people have to have the right tools. And so you have to have the right partners within your facilities. You have to make sure that the tooling is up to date and the best tools available. But at the end of the day, operational excellence is what you're selling. We work around SLAs. That's what matters to customers, and hitting those SLAs consistently so that they can make their money and we can stay out of trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to close then, G, what do you think the media industry is doing wrong then when it comes to that move to cloud and IP?
Well, I think a little bit arrogant of me to tell people what they're doing wrong. But I do think, as I said, cloud adoption for media workflows is now over a decade old. I think when you look at IP distribution, video over IP was introduced as a viable broadcast option over 20 years ago. Yet I think a lot of customers still treat it like an on-prem solution, and they view it that way. And so I don't think they're taking full advantage of what the cloud can offer. And obviously, customers have to make the best business decisions for them. So there may be good reasons for it, but it just seems like philosophically, people are still thinking about it as a legacy on-prem solution.
Yeah. Well, lots to think about there, G, but I'm afraid we're out of time. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us this quick snippet of what you guys are working on.
Thank you.